This story is about a fake teacher who falls madly in love with one of her students, and the shameless lengths she goes to get him. We'll explore all of that in today's story. In the beginning, we are introduced to a young boy named Jason, a student who is also a social media personality and a musician. Jason's parents drop him and his sister Zoe off at school after summer vacation. Alongside them, we see a girl named Sarah, who is Zoe's roommate. Sarah has a crush on Jason. Jason's father wants him to quit music and focus on his studies, but Jason dreams of making music his career. At the school, Sister Rebecca, a teacher who knows Jason and Zoe, promises their parents that she will take care of them. Later, Sister Rebecca meets a new teacher at the school, Sister Sophia, whose first day it is. Sister Rebecca welcomes Sophia and explains the rules of the school, such as how teachers are not allowed to wear makeup. Following this, Sophia quickly wipes off her lipstick. Rebecca then gives Sophia a tour of the school, and during the tour, they meet Jason. Rebecca introduces Jason to Sophia, but Sophia notices that Jason seems a little upset. Rebecca explains that Jason recently crashed his father's car while driving drunk, which made his father furious. Later, when Sophia returns to her room, she opens her laptop and starts looking at Jason's photos and videos online. It becomes clear that she already knows Jason from before. Overcome with infatuation, she kisses the screen of her laptop, revealing her obsession. The next day, Sophia attends her first class. She introduces herself to the students but notices Jason talking to Sarah. To separate them, she makes Sarah sit at the front of the class, which annoys Sarah. However, Jason's sister Zoe finds Sophia's behavior odd since Catholic school teachers are usually not this rude. As Sophia opens a book to begin the lesson, Zoe reminds her that they pray before class. Instead of leading the prayer herself, Sophia tells Zoe to do it. Zoe prays, and the rest of the students follow. But Zoe notices that Sophia doesn't join in. Feeling suspicious, Zoe later tells Jason about it, but he's distracted by a message from Sarah and doesn't pay much attention to her. After school, Sophia approaches Jason and asks him if Sarah is his girlfriend. Jason tells her, "I don't have a girlfriend," which makes Sophia very happy. But the next morning, Sophia sees Jason and Sarah kissing. Furious, she sends Jason to class and scolds Sarah, who snaps back by saying, "You don't know me. I'm the daughter of the man who funds this school." But Sophia doesn't care and firmly warns Sarah to stay away from Jason. Later that day, Sophia asks Jason to wait after class. She confronts him, saying, "You told me you don't have a girlfriend. Then what were you doing with Sarah?" Jason doesn't know what to say. Sophia then tells him, "Come see me in my chamber later." When Jason goes to meet her, he finds that Sophia has left her door slightly open on purpose. Inside, she is applying moisturizer to her arms and legs in a way that seems intentional, hoping to draw Jason's attention. Her behavior clearly shows that she's trying to seduce him, and it leaves Jason feeling confused and uncomfortable. The next morning, Sophia approaches Jason and asks, "Why didn't you come to meet me?" Jason casually replies, "I forgot." A week passed since Jason and Zoe returned to school, and on the weekend, their parents come to take them home. Meanwhile, Sophia, unable to bear being away from Jason, takes leave from the school under the pretense that her aunt is unwell. At home, Jason tells his father about his desire to take a year off from school to focus on his passion for music. However, his father disagrees, insisting he focus on his studies. This sparks an argument between them. Frustrated, Jason storms out of the house and begins singing outside to cool off. Unbeknownst to him, Sophia has arrived at his house in her car and secretly watches him, captivated by his voice. While Sophia enjoys Jason's singing, Jason receives a phone call from Sarah. Seeing this, Sophia becomes enraged. As she silently moves closer, her foot accidentally hits something, creating a noise. Jason hears it and starts walking toward the sound, but before he can reach Sophia, he gets a message from Zoe and heads back inside. Determined to keep Sarah away from Jason, Sophia makes her first move. Late that night, she sneaks into Sarah's room and hides drugs in one of her books. As Sophia attempts to leave, she bumps into Sister Rebecca in the hallway. Rebecca, hearing a noise, asks Sophia what she's doing there. Meanwhile, Zoe, who shares a room with Sarah, wakes up and overhears their conversation. This incident makes Zoe suspicious of Sophia. The next morning during class, Sophia instructs the students to open a specific page in their books. That's when she discovers the drugs hidden in Sarah's book. Sophia accuses Sarah in front of everyone, declaring, "You will face severe punishment for this." The news spreads quickly throughout the school, leading to Sarah's suspension. Following this, Sophia advises Sister Rebecca, "To protect the school's reputation, we should also search the boys' rooms." Acting on her suggestion, Sister Rebecca inspects the boys' dormitories and finds a bottle of alcohol under Jason's bed. This too was planted by Sophia. When questioned, Jason insists, "I don't know where this bottle came from, or who put it there. If you suspend me, my life will be ruined for something I didn't even do, and if my father finds out, he'll kill me." Hearing Jason's desperate plea, Sophia steps in with a suggestion. Instead of suspension, let him serve a punishment. For a week, he will perform the chores usually handled by the sisters. Jason reluctantly agrees to this. A flashback reveals how Sophia managed to infiltrate the school. She discovered Jason through social media and became obsessed with his music and voice. Desperate to meet him, she murdered a real sister Sophia, who was set to be transferred to the school. After disposing of the body, she falsified documents and assumed the identity of Sister Sophia. Returning to the present, we see Jason fulfilling his punishment by doing school chores, such as planting trees. Sophia uses this opportunity to get closer to him. Zoe, observing from a distance, notices Sophia's unusual behavior around Jason. Later that night, Sophia crosses every boundary. She sneaks into Jason's room while he's asleep. She starts recording on her phone, removes her necklace, and approaches him. Jason wakes up to find Sophia standing in front of him. Feeling uneasy, he asks, "What are you doing here?" But Sophia, undeterred, tries to seduce him. She moves closer and begins kissing him. Jason hesitates, saying, "This is wrong. This is a sin. We shouldn't do this." But Sophia persists, convincing him with her words and actions until Jason, overwhelmed, gives in. The two ultimately become intimate. The next day, guilt consumes Jason. He goes to the church to confess his sins to the priest, saying, "Father, I've committed a terrible sin." As Jason begins confessing to the father at church, he suddenly realizes that it is Sophia standing there instead. She walks over, sits on his lap, and starts kissing him. Jason hesitates, but once again, they become intimate right there. A week passes after this incident, and Jason goes home. One evening, he receives a message from Sarah, inviting him to a party at her house. Meanwhile, at school, Sophia overhears Sister Rebecca speaking with a priest from another school about the real Sister Sophia. From their conversation, Sophia learns that the priest knew the real Sister Sophia for years. Hearing this, she becomes nervous and rushes toward her car. Sister Rebecca sees her leaving and asks, "Where are you going?" Sophia makes up an excuse about her aunt's medical emergency and quickly drives away. That same night, Jason tells his father about Sarah's party, but his dad refuses to let him go. As usual, an argument erupts, and Jason storms out of the house, heading to Sarah's party without his father's permission. Unbeknownst to him, Sophia is following him. At the party, Jason drinks heavily, and Sarah takes him to a room where they begin kissing. However, Jason suddenly starts remembering the intimate moments he shared with Sophia. Overwhelmed, he picks up a beer bottle and leaves the room. Outside, the police catch him holding the beer bottle. Just then, Sophia arrives and tells the police, "Jason is mentally disturbed. Please, let me handle him." After convincing them, the police let Jason go. Grateful, Jason tells Sophia, "I can't go home like this in this state." Sophia takes him to a hotel room. Meanwhile, back at Jason's house, his mother tries to reason with his father. She tells him, "We should give Jason a year to pursue his passion. Forcing him won't solve anything." Jason's father finally agrees and decides to bring Jason back home. At the hotel, Sophia starts undressing, intending to become intimate with Jason again. But Jason, now suspicious, confronts her. "Why are you everywhere I go? Are you following me?" He continues, "What we've done is a terrible sin. I can't live with this regret anymore. This has to stop now." Sophia tries to persuade him, saying, "Jason, we're so alike. Our fathers don't understand us. We're meant to be together." But Jason refuses to listen. He leaves the hotel room, leaving Sophia behind. Enraged, Sophia becomes hysterical. Jason's father eventually finds him and apologizes for being too harsh. He says, "I'm sorry, son. Let's start over. Come home." Jason reluctantly agrees, and they leave for home. The next morning, as Jason and Zoe head to school, Sophia also leaves. On the way, Zoe notices Sophia's car and becomes curious. At school, she looks up the car's registration number online and discovers that it is registered under Sophia's name. Zoe immediately realizes that it was Sophia who was outside their house that night. Meanwhile, Jason returns to his dorm room only to find Sophia lying unconscious on the floor. Panicking, he rushes to give her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, but soon realizes that she is pretending. Furious, Jason yells, "What is wrong with you? I'm going to report you to father." Sophia, unfazed, smirks and says, "Go ahead, but if you report me, I'll make sure everyone knows how you, a student, crossed all boundaries with a teacher." Jason realizes he's trapped. Zoe calls Jason and informs him about Sophia's car. Jason nervously replies, "Don't tell anyone about this, Zoe. Please." Later, during the class prayer, Sister Rebecca's session finally closed. So friends, how did you like this thrilling and twisted tale? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.